you went to Mexican Pontins?
I went to Mexican Pontins for a wedding, and there were admittedly less mascots around, but there was
What's the fucking point?
And the one funny thing that happened was the last evening is after the wedding is over, and the bride wants to go for a night swim at the pools, and a bunch of people go, and there's a lot of people around our age, and there's this one guy. I'm the only person from the West Coast at this wedding. There's only people from like the East Coast and the South, and there's a few people who are friends of the groom who are like a bit southern frat boy-y, if you will.
So this is just coming up in rock, paper, scissors, so you have to like keep saying like, oh, on shoot.
And it was just like, oh, my bad, West Coast.
Yeah, you played a bunch of Melee sets with these guys.
No, sorry, we call it Rage Cage. We call it Rage Cage.
Oh, Beirut.
And this one guy has a particular frat energy. I will not say his name. He
Let's call him Dubbin.
It's like 2 a.m. and he seems particularly energetic, and he's in the pool. Everybody's talking, but he's loud. Somebody says, call him Matt. You're such an enigma. And and Cameron said, "What'd you call me?" And then a neighbor.
Let's not call him Dubbin anymore.
And then and then everybody in the tub is like, "Whoa, come on!" Like, is like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, why did you say that?" He's like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like." We'll call my cousin Pele. We'll it's okay because my cousin's black. He hits like every beat of the like why it's okay and actually not offensive, and then everybody's telling him to shut up basically. And this for 5 minutes. After the first 5 minutes, he starts apologizing to people. Oh no! And he turns and he's trying to apologize to each person and say like how he's so sorry this happened. Dude. And after the first 2 apologies, people are getting upset that he's just apologizing and keeps bringing it up. And we're like, please just stop talking about it. It's fine.
Bro,
we're moving
I'd be
on.
so sad though if I'm chilling in the tub and I got canceled in the tub.
I wedding got canceled in the tub.
The wedding's over.
He's
like, I didn't want to offend anybody. He's like, it said it was the best intentions.
It was critical. He was there.
Yeah.
And
wait, how do you say the N-word with the best intentions?
I don't know. For the next 25 minutes, this guy will not stop interrupting the rest of the people's conversation.
Dude, that's
to say, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the night.
Said it,
and people start breaking. They're like, Matt, shut the fuck up. And I said, Matt, 20 minutes in, I said, Matt, if you apologize again, I'm going to kill myself in this hot tub in front of you.
I'm going to go under the water and not come back up.
And finally, he kind of winds down a bit. And we're starting to leave. We're getting out of the tub. And he asked to shotgun one more beer, which is insane because everybody is clearly tired and wants to go to bed.
No, that's a good idea.
But 2 people say they'll do it with him, including Zipper 3, which was very funny because she never shotguns beers.
She said only.
I have a video. I have a video of this.
Nah, pause. Because why did she say?
Wait, why now?
Yeah.
Why, Loki,
she waits
why
for
now?
for Matt to drop the N word. She's like, wait, I've never shotgunned.
So she's leaving me. She's leaving me for
only
this guy.
with a racist.
Only with the
That's
racist.
my policy.
They pop the beer. He's asking me if I have keys. We're in Mexico. I'm like, I don't have keys. I don't have my fucking car here.
You gotta use your tooth. Use your British teeth.
So he bites into it, rips the beer, crushes it before everybody else, and he's like, and then he looks at everybody and he's like, "Who's that neighbor now? Who's that neighbor now?"
Way.
And we were like, dude, what the fuck?
That is
you spent the last 30 minutes apologizing about saying it.
Okay.
And then we leave. And the next morning, I talk to
the
you.
The pass appears, it floats up over his head.
I bump into the bride and groom, and we're revisiting this story from the previous night, and they're both like, "Oh my fucking god! Like, I can't believe he was saying this. I can't believe he was doing this." He sent me a text this morning that I'm like, "Sorry if I upset people," and they revealed to me that he had been doing coke that evening, and it all came together, and I had this very vivid memory of Slime in the car with me telling me about this one time that Miles was drinking and doing coke, and he wouldn't.
I thought he was gonna bleep the name for sure.
We can bleep the name if necessary. And Miles, they're driving. I think you're driving to like the Pomona house, right? and Miles will not stop repeating the same conversation point for like 30 minutes in this drive.
yeah.
And you said you wanted to kill him. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, Matt was stuck in the racist Coke loop.
Yeah.
He couldn't exit the Coke
Which,
loop.
to be clear,
Miles was not the racist.
He wasn't on the racist Coke loop, just the Coke loop.
Yeah, we had got back from a party, and it was just sometimes there's Coke, and that's okay. But it was at the time Josh wanted to like quit Melee. This was like 6 years ago now. Josh wanted to like quit Melee and like start a family, which was something I was clowning him on. I was like, "You're 20, so jot that down." Mm-hmm. That's insane to say. But then Miles, in the car ride home, me, Josh, and himself, he's in the back just explaining to Josh. He's like, "But don't you want to slay dragons? Don't you want to like be the best?" And Josh is like, "Yeah, I don't know. I just can't think about it." He's like, but think about it. You could be the best, and then you could slay dragons." And I'm like, I'm gonna lose my fucking, because it was like a long drive. It was like 30 minutes. I'm like white knuckling, and I get home, and I'm just like, "Miles, do not talk to me. Go in the kitchen. Leave me alone," because it was just like overloaded. So yeah, I've never done that before. I've never done Coke before, but I guess it just puts you in the infinity symbol.
Yeah, it's
And that's
the
beautiful.
Coke loop.